Rồi dạ chúng con xin cảm ơn cha Tổng và một lần nữa xin kính chào cha Tổng, như chào quý cha, quý thầy, quý sơ và quý anh chị hiện diện trong phiên họp tối nay. Real quick on the call, any other religious we have on, seminarian, deacon, priest, we also want to acknowledge. Let's see here. Như thấy có cha Gần, phải không thưa cha Gần? Those of you who know, do not know he's Father Gone with the Wind, Father Wind. All right. Maybe the wind took his mute button away. You can hear. Okay, all right. So if you're on, greetings and welcome. Và many thanks to tất cả các anh chị đã dialed in tonight. So real quick, tonight, the purpose of tonight is to, one, call your attention to this wonderful and historic event coming up, to talk about eligibility and registration and give you a quick overview as to what the Đại hội is. We'll try to keep it within the hour. And then after that, after we're done, we'll have some time for questions and answer. So please feel free to jot any question you may have along the way. And then after that, we'll do a demo in terms of how you would go about to register for the event, and then some question at the end. And then way at the very end, we'll kind of do a fun 5-question trivia where everybody on here are invited, is invited to participate, except for ban tổ chức, of course. And caveat, there's no repeat winners. You only win one. And I guarantee you the 5 items that we'll share on here later, it is quite a blessing to have. And I'm pretty sure not many people here have. So please go ahead and take copious notes. And I would invite you to, sau khi chúng ta xong cái giờ họp hôm nay, relay these information and kind of share and pass the word along to folks. Okay. All right. And so that'll be the purpose of the call tonight. Và rồi sau đó, later on, we'll have other calls where we'll talk about the full programming, preparation, and chuẩn bị. Tối nay mainly to give you a sense of what the event is and what are some of the ways in which we could answer your question to help you get going. All right. And so before we start, I know a little bit about Đại hội Về Đức Hứa. It's really a wonderful event, and it historically was every 6 years chúng ta có một lần, and then phong trào moved it up to every 4 years. But then, God willing, because of COVID, it extended to back to 6 years, and then with the cancellation, etc. Actually, it turned out the last time we had this was about 8 years ago, I believe. And so it's been a long time, and I know many of our young huynh trưởng who've never experienced it, you may not yet have an idea. And so hopefully after tonight, you get a quick sense of what this event is. So while we did some posting, but I'll take a little bit here just to kind of capture some of the event that are happening so that you can see it together. All right. So you should be seeing it in your screen. This is a new tool that I just learned today that you can embed videos in there. So it'll be a quick, and I'll fast forward a little. So that was ban tổ chức getting ready.
Hey, I can't hear anything. What's wrong? I can't hear anything. Anybody help?
Con nghe được mà cha.
Cha turn on volume của cha.
Oh, Friday night. What did you do with and
She was the one who caused the wedding.
Got it. Thank you.
She was the one.
All right, so that's đối với những ai mà chưa có cơ hội đi, it's a wonderful. If I can speak to it, it's you know, an encounter that you just don't often experience. Giống như những ai mà đi đại học, the image of cả một cái campus, all huynh trưởng của mình hết, giống như một cái trường đại học vậy đó. And the beauty, it's all sharing the same faith, the same spirituality, và đến với nhau from all across the country. It's just an experience that you can't get anywhere else, in addition to all of the interactive đi chơi với nhau. So it's really wonderful opportunity, and I invite those, if you've been to Vedakuru, go ahead, type in the chat box what sort of were some of your key moment or experience or memories for you. So while you type in there, I'm gonna ask Cha Thông, you were there. I know lúc đó Cha, you weren't tổng thư ký yet. Can you share a little bit about your experience there at the last Vedakuru?
Mình đi về đất hứa 2 lần, một lần bên Chaplin, một lần bên Illinois. Lần này là lần thứ 3. Thì cảm thấy như là cái Thanksgiving đó là family coming together. Mình đến với nhau và trong đó mình cảm nghiệm được cái sức sống của niềm tin vào Chúa Giêsu và cái niềm vui mà chúng ta trao cho nhau. Một cái kỷ niệm mà vẫn nhớ đến là đá banh. Thì trong cái team của tu sĩ đó, một sơ đeo cái bên ngoài này, mà sơ đá làm sao mà sơ bị ngã xuống, mà cái dép nó bay lên trời, mà sơ không đứng dậy được bởi vì rất là khó, nên rất là vui. Đó là cái cảm nhận của mình. Cảm ơn Dương.
Yeah. Right, thank you, Cha. Chia sẻ some of the experience here. The speakers and the workshops were pretty legit. That's right. The event only happened once every 4 to 6 years, so we really bring the best speakers possible. And this about too, it's more of people who could speak to the experience, to be witnessed and to be one who testified. So definitely you don't want to miss that. Staying up late to play games with random Hun trưởng at VDH 5. When you sinh hoạt trong giai đoạn, that's only 15, 20, 30 Hun trưởng, right? Or some of you, if you're lucky, 40, 50. But imagine when you're on a campus with 1,000 plus Hun trưởng from all over. That in itself is quite an experience. So those are some there. If you have other good experience, share in there. I'm going to ask chị Hiếu, what was your joyful moment at the last VDH, chị Hiếu?
Dạ, em rất là thích những cái đêm văn nghệ các trưởng tập với nhau á, prepare cho cái đó cũng vui, mà đến đó thấy các đoàn văn nghệ, mà nhất là cái buổi tối mà mình giống như là đi vòng vòng rồi. Em biết là Cha Thông cũng rất là thích cái speed dating night mà tụi em created to get to know one another from các liên đoàn, and some of the contact we still keep up today.
Yeah. That's right. And those speed dating doesn't work on Priest because he's still single. But we have many of our Hun trưởng now who've been married after that Đại hội. And from that video alone, if you've seen there, everyone there sort of now, you see Thầy Thận at the time, now he's a priest. You see Bum there emceeing. I like to believe because of that now he's such a successful MC, and so a lot of these wonderful blessings we get out of it was truly from that experience. And I'll share one little thing. My most memorable memory was at night where we had to get food for the participant, and lúc đó thì không còn đồ ăn gì hết. I had to call McDonald's because everybody was đói bụng rồi and cái chỗ đó nó shut. So we called McDonald's and they asked what, and I said, can I get 900 hamburgers, please? And they hung up the phone thinking it was a crank call, but we called back and we got it. And so in essence, really, it's such a wonderful joy for us to have this blessing, and especially after COVID, especially many of the challenges that we've had. But đặc biệt this year, it's really God's providence that in the year of the Eucharistic revival, we also marked our 40th anniversary. It's such a wonderful blessing to encounter that and to celebrate 40 năm in the United States, and you get to see the history, the transformation, and the life-changing experience and events that put out in terms of the tham dự viên. Yeah, so that's a little bit. Nhất là những ai chưa có hội đi, highly recommend it. And then so for this one, just in a nutshell, real quick, something that we already shared online as well, and I'll share here in a little bit. What we'll have preliminary. If you look at the screen here, so very much similar to some of the video that you saw just now. Then meeting people is one thing, right? And then to be able to participate. So then there's keynotes, there's breakout session, and we'll try to cater the breakout to the relevancy of our current world, canon law, the social justice, some of the issues that our young people are dealing with. Certainly we have bishops and religious guests and others, and it'll be for the first time where every day of our Đại hội, Mass will be presided by a bishop and an up, and then except for the last Mass, of course, we'll have Cha Tổng celebrate. But all will be in there. For the young ones, there's sport competition. Statistically, the most rising popular sport in the United States is pickleball. So guess what? We'll have a pickleball tournament. And your common sports, basketball, volleyball, dodgeball, and others. And the site, it's wonderful to accommodate that. And phong trào của mình thì mỗi tối chúng ta có văn nghệ, chúng ta có những cái social hours, cultural night, snack food, bonding, mingle, interact với nhau. There's a lot of vocation sharing, vocation booth, selfie booth, a lot of little games, and really chapter highlights. It's really a wonderful way to get to know the phong trào beyond your chapter. And we have our friends and brothers từ Việt Nam sẽ qua, and then later on you see our ambassadors interacting with Vietnam, France, Canada, and Australia. We have a couple of our Canadian friends on as well, and hopefully we'll grab Japan as well. They just form một cái đoàn mà chỉ có Hun trưởng thôi. But ultimately, it's to come to the liturgy, to come and to worship God, through the mass, through adoration, gospel hymn, and then prayers, and just be in the midst together. That in itself is holy. All right. So a little bit in terms of the event, in terms of some of the activities that we have, and now the location that will sponsor this particular event. It's a wonderful place in Florida, and I'll share here. This is Chữ Nhi, our Ủy viên Đại hội, who sort of made the little visit out there, and here's a little bit in terms of capturing the site here. Okay, so we'll let you see it real quick. It's only a minute.
Anh Dương ơi, hình như anh để cái nó chưa có được sao đó. Dạ. Dạ.
Yeah, am I right? Yeah.
Dạ, không có sao.
No, and share với sound anh Dương. I don't think you share with the audio.
No sound? I thought I just did. I will redo. Give me 1 second. All right. Does it work now?
Dạ, nhưng mà cái này là different video. Dạ.
Is it working?
Dạ, vẫn chưa có tiếng anh Dương ơi.
Oh man.
We tested a little bit earlier and it's
Yeah. All right. Well, if you go on our media Facebook page, you see this campsite. It's a wonderful campsite, and then I'll keep on playing. If you can't hear it, that's okay. But you see basketball court, gymnasium, halls, water sport. I'm looking for someone to be catapult off of that event, and recreational activities. So the whole place is ours to have. So we'll have the whole entire place for us. The dining facility can come all of us together, and even a store at night when những ai đói bụng có thể go in and get snacks. So feel free to bring your cash and to hang out. All right. So I'll stop. Okay. We tried audio, it worked well, and now it doesn't, right? All right, so that's a little bit about the facility in terms of us having. And now the most important question that everyone asks. So I'll share screen here real quick so you can see. Is how far is it from the site, right? So if you come to Orlando, it's only about 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. That's sort of the extended route, but usually it's about 2 hours. And then from Jacksonville, the JAX airport, it's about 1 hour and a half. And so if you notice MCO, many of you who go there, Disney World, Universal Studio, lots of wonderful golf carts, golf resort you can do. So lots of fun things you can do there for families and people who want to vacation before or after. And just as with every event, Ban Tổ chức will coordinate to have transportation. So as of right now, when you register, you put down your arrival time or whenever you have it. As we get closer, it will plan and organize where we'll have set bus route during the day, on the day of, and then the day after, so that những ai tới có thể có xe transportation out. And we'll do similarly with Jacksonville, depending on the two, how many people that we have. So these will be the two airports that we'll have leading there. If you look at MCO, it's a wonderful tourist destination airport. So if you book flight early,
I can't hear anything.
it is often cheap.
There's
It's
no
only
sound.
200.
Cha ơi, tụi
Nói
con
Dương
nghe
là I
con
don't can't hear anything. I don't see any sound.
Dạ chắc máy của cha thôi cha, chứ không con nghe hết. Can someone text cha gần giùm for me, please? All right.
Yeah, just log out and then go back in, Jack.
He can't hear you. Type it in for him. All right. So I would say book early, because we've seen people booking. It's only 250. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. All right. And here's the exciting thing. It's the whole entire facility has AC. Your room will have AC. Your meeting space will have AC. The conference space, kitchen area, all with AC. All right. All right. So a little bit about the registration, right? And so you heard a little bit about what it is and where it is held at and some of the initial way to support. So if you look at the announcement that chị Anh Thư gửi ra, it's N2308, all the information are in there. So registration is only $225 per person, right? And so if you really reflect on, if you book a hotel anywhere, it's already 200. You go to any conference, it's at least 300-400, and that's just registration getting in. Here at Phong Trào, you know, it's our way of giving thanks. It's our way of supporting you. So really 225 coverage from A to Z. You arrive at the airport, we'll set up transportation, of course, within the hour of our service, of course. But once you get there, it's lodging, it's food, it's meal programming, swags, everything into your departure when we set up transportation, take you out to the airport for those 4 days with just 225. You know, I don't think you can find any conference anywhere at that rate that we'll cover and for the experience that we have. Now, the deadline does increase. And so, you know, what I always say to folks is why pay more when you don't have to? And so make sure you follow through with the next early bird deadline, which is February the 17th. After that, it goes up to 275, right? And so, you know, if you're running a doang, you're managing a doang, certainly you want to save money. So this would be the time to do so. By July 9th, by May 29th, it'll go up to $325. And by July 9th, we can't register anymore. And right now we are allowed maximum capacity is 1,200 1,200 slots, right? I know it may sound a lot now, but I guarantee you last year, right before we hit our early bird, we went up to 800-900 and people are trying to get additional space. Whereas here we cannot grant any additional space. So please try to register as much as you can. Deadline, July the 9th, absolute deadline, but let's aim for February the 17th. Let's not pay more than we have to, all right? And then where you register, we'll talk a little bit there, but there's a website, VDH7.V1.net, the address and location. It's there and it starts from 2 to 2. All right, now let's cover in terms of who is a registered member and what have you so that we could have a better understanding. Because we're celebrating 40 năm của Phong Trào, right? And the idea is to really consider the contribution của tất cả các anh chị từ khởi nguồn cho đến nay. Tại vì cũng có những cha, những sơ lúc trước đồng hành với Phong Trào, but then because of their mục vụ, they are no longer there. Same thing with các anh chị huynh trưởng, and to sort of neglect them or keep them out, you know, doesn't do us justice in terms of supporting cái movement and celebrating 40 năm contribution của mọi người. And so the whole idea here is inviting all members, mostly present, but if anyone who served at some point, they're also eligible to register. So I'll walk through the different registration. And so for registered members, meaning Ban Chấp hành Trung ương has announced this sort of early last year. If you're a member, you are in our membership portal, which you register. We have an account in there. And if you have yet done so, please do so, because that then will make you eligible for a discounted rate or a lower registration rate, because now you are paying Ninh Liễm, you're supporting Phong Trào, and you've been active. And so basically it's all registered and verified, that is in the system của mình. If you're huynh trưởng, trợ tá, trợ úy, and tương úy, and up, right? Notice I didn't say hiệp sĩ trưởng thành, because this đại hội is for huynh trưởng. And so when we met collectively with các liên đoàn trưởng and ban tổ chức, các anh chị hiệp sĩ trưởng thành, xưa nay, the vocation is we ask, you know, that you transition, continue on as huynh trưởng, because this is đại hội for huynh trưởng and trợ tá, and plus các anh chị huynh trưởng, hiệp sĩ trưởng thành, they're not eligible to participate, right? And the idea is if they've already gone to cấp 1, cấp 2, and they're soon to be promoted, they still can register and benefit from the early bird rate, but by July the 15th, they need to be promoted, right? So because when we come to camp, when we come to Đại hội, you need to be a full-fledged huynh trưởng. So by July 15th, that way will give us about a month or so to prepare for the Đại hội, name tag, swags, room, assignment, etc. Right? And so I know there were other questions of, well, you know, I'm going to be a huynh trưởng by June. But if I'm not yet a huân trưởng, can I still register? So the answer is yes, you can register as long as by July the 15th you'll be promoted as a huân trưởng. Same as with các anh chị tá. Yeah. All right. So what about my spouses? I have spouse, vợ, chồng, con cái who aren't in thiếu nhi. Certainly, phong trào, it's a family-oriented movement. So spouses and legal dependent children, 17 years old and under, of any huân trưởng, of any trợ tá, or for permanent deacons, our trợ úy, you are invited to come and join with us. Certainly, you have to register through what we call the sponsor, through cái người huân trưởng đó, and you pay the fee of a member của phong trào, because through your sponsor or through cái người huân trưởng, trợ úy, trợ tá, they are servicing phong trào. Yeah. And since we're in Florida, you know, Disney 3 and under is free. So same with us, 3 and under, you have complimentary registration for your young children, but nonetheless register so that we can keep head count and be responsible. And all member registered must be in good standing, and your affiliate chapter is current in terms of compliance with phong trào. Yeah, so you're an active huân trưởng trong đoàn will sign off of it, the huân trưởng, but then that chapter is also in compliance with phong trào. All right, so that would be the registration for eligible member. Yeah, all right.
And
So then,
before we moving on, we have a question in the chat regarding huân trưởng who has a child who is a hiệp sĩ trưởng thành.
Hiệp sĩ trưởng thành meaning above 18, right? And so if you go back here, look on the announcement, spouse independent, they need to be 17 years old and under, right? So cũng có những người, ví dụ như có con là 20 mấy tuổi, right? So that doesn't apply, right? And so if you are huân trưởng and you have a son or daughter who is a 19-year-old hiệp sĩ trưởng thành, that individual would not be able to come. Right? And the whole idea is it's minor. If you come, you have to find babysitters for your kids and etc. And we want to be able to support you. So 17 and under. Right. All right. Thank you, Nhi, for bringing that question up. Okay. All right. And then if you look at the slide early on, and you see the price makeup for members and for guests. And the idea is current members, you have membership dues, so therefore you're supporting phong trào and that benefits you. For guests, meaning people who either no longer with phong trào, not in any way sort of financially supporting phong trào, and so therefore the registration is slightly a little bit higher, but nonetheless, we include members trong cái event này của mình. Yeah. All right, and so a little bit about guests. So who are guests? You notice I use guests, and I would invite mọi người to not use the word non-huân trưởng or non-member đồ này nọ. All right, let's just call out our friends and family guests. So basically, those are huân trưởng who are no longer with đoàn, who have served at some point, whether it be former đoàn trưởng, former huân trưởng trong đoàn. And I hate the word former as well, but it's a way for us to define. Okay, and then similarly, any anh chị trợ tá who's no longer actively with đoàn at the present, but they have served before, and that the chapter can speak to, or any of our international VEYM members. So các anh chị huân trưởng from Canada, from Việt Nam, from Pháp, from các quốc gia khác. So those are all of our guests. You are invited to register, as well as your spouses. So vợ chồng con cái 17 and under of tất cả các anh chị cựu huân trưởng, former huân trưởng, cựu trợ tá, former trợ tá, or VEYM brothers and sisters hải ngoại, or tại Việt Nam, you're invited to register. And similarly with the policy của bên kia, children 3 and under gets complimentary registration. Yeah, right. And then similarly, những người register này must be in good standing with the affiliated former chapter, meaning nghĩa là cái đoàn nó needs to sign off. Oh yeah, I recognize that person has served. And so this is where the ban chấp hành đoàn is critical, and we rely on you to sign off these individuals. Yeah, and if the date that we sort of keep consistent by July the 15th, things need to be formalized. If things aren't formalized, then we'll have to undo the registration so that we can begin planning for your event. All right. And then the last category is religious priests, seminarian deacons, and religious sisters, sort of all included here. And so first, any cha tương úy, trợ úy of any đoàn, meaning you're affiliated to a chapter or liên đoàn or phong trào, past or present, you're invited to register. We've kept the registration dollar amount consistent for religious only nha, nghĩa là các tuyên úy, các trợ úy, các tu sĩ nam nữ. 225. So that early bird rate will be from the beginning all the way up into the deadline, which is July 9th. Để mà giúp cho quý cha, quý thầy, cũng như quý sơ và quý seminarian. So that will be throughout. And chapter will talk about registration. There's a separate registration link for your quý tu sĩ nam nữ. Và đối với các linh mục, quý cha, tương úy, những ai mà ghi danh đi đại hội thì xin giúp cho chúng con help us send your letter of good standing from your religious community or your diocese to vedakhu@veym.net so that we could submit it into the local ordinary để mà được can celebrate mass tại cái nơi đó nha. So that's a little bit about registration, eligibility, and dollar amount. Okay, all right. Any question so far? And then I'll go to that in a little bit. Any any question về ghi danh, eligibility, deadline, etc.
Hey Trường Dương.
Dạ, con chào cha.
Hey, mà gửi vô đâu where?
Dạ, cái email về đất hứa.
Biết
Dạ,
rồi, nhưng mà gửi cái letter of good standing gửi về đâu?
Dạ, đây thưa cha.
Is there an address? Is there an email? Is there something I can send back in? Because văn phòng họ sẽ gửi thẳng.
I don't think you can hear me, cha. But can someone type in for me, please? Yes.
I can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
I went back out, went back in. I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah.
Nhưng mà mình muốn hỏi là thường các cha mà về có phải có đi gửi đó, nhưng mà gửi về đâu? Letter good standing gửi về đâu?
Dạ, cha có thấy cái screen con share không cha? It's VDH về đất hứa @veym.net. It's also in the chat box, cha.
Okay. Chỉ gửi về cái chỗ đó net. Okay.
Dạ. Yeah.
Okay.
Dạ rồi, con cảm ơn cha. All right. Any questions về eligibility registration before we walk you through a demo in terms of registering?
Sorry, Jung, can I have a question, please?
Yes, please.
About the again about the letter, right? It's simply an email. That's it.
For quý cha tương úy, there's a formal letter that the diocese will issue hoặc a card from the religious community. It's not just an email say, "Hey, I'm in good standing," right? So there's
it's a letter of good standing. Either the bishop or the local superior sending in.
Correct, right? With your community. Yep.
How about the international huân trưởng or this only an email from?
No, the letter is only for những ai celebrate mass thôi, chung.
For priests only.
Anh Chung hỏi cho cái guest eligibility của những huân trưởng mà ngồi nước ngoài kìa.
Làm sao?
Ý anh nói là làm sao để mình verify đó anh Dương.
Yeah. So on the form, once you register, Ban chấp hành Trung ương will compile the list, just as we do every đại hội. We send to all the liên đoàn trưởng. For you, we'll send to your ban chấp hành bên Canada. Same thing ở Việt Nam and các những nước khác. We'll send to the chủ tịch của phong trào. Yep.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Cool. Thanks. All right. Any other question on the basic của registration eligibility requirement?
Anh Dương ơi, chắc là mình cần phải clarify một lần nữa, tại vì trong cái email cũng có các trưởng hỏi là what about a child who is 17 years old at the registration but is 18 years old by đại hội về đất hứa. That's from trưởng Lindsay Ngô, và anh Thăng cũng hỏi in about similars.
Okay. So when they come to đại hội, right? So eligibility để tham dự đại hội là 17 and under. So when they come to đại hội, they are 18. Thì by that date, they are no longer eligible. Right. Right. So để mà to be eligible trong đại hội, to be a minor đó, đi theo phụ huynh. If I'm not understanding your question, let me know. You have to be 17 and under. But if you're trong đại hội and you're a dependent of a parent and you're not a huân trưởng, you can't be 18. 18 is already considered an adult. Yeah. Does that help? All right. Okay, so no problem. All right, very cool. And so the registration, the transportation, I'll cover a little bit, John. I see your question. I'll address that a little bit after trưởng bên Danny cover walk through a quick registration. Yeah. Alright, so nếu mà không có câu hỏi gì nữa về in terms of eligibility and deadline, due dates, alright, Danny, I'll turn it over to you real quick to walk us through how to register, and then we'll tackle other questions at the end of that. Yeah. All right, Đạo hay là Danny, take it away.
All right. So I'm going to go real quick over the registration process. So you go to VDH7.VEYM.net, and we'll post the link if you haven't seen it already. But everything will be here in terms of updates, registration, event info. So once you're on this page, if you're a member, it's easy. You just go to register. There are 3 choices. If you're a member, you click on members. If you're not, you click on guests. And if you're a priest or religious and who's not a member, you click go down here. So you go ahead and click here, and it'll ask you to log in with your members portal account. So go ahead and log in. So now you fill in all your info, which comes straight from your members portal. So right now you'll see that I can't register yet because I haven't filled out all my info yet. So to go there, you can edit directly in the members portal. So you click this, and it'll take you to your members portal, and you can go ahead and fill out all your stuff. So I'll fill out all my info, save it, and I'll come back over here and press this reset, and it'll automatically select it for me. So now you fill out all this other info, date of birth. I need to add my birthday. So then you have to sign the waiver. Click yes, read all of this, sign it. Say yes.
He said read before you click, okay?
If you have children who will be 17 or under on the date of Daihoa, you can go in here and add them as an additional registration here. And same thing, you fill out all their info. Now, the key thing here is that right now my profile is not verified. So that means I'm not eligible for the members rate. To be eligible for the members rate, you need to have your chapter, rank, or role verified in the members portal, and you need to sign the code of conduct. So right now it says my chapter is still pending, right? So if you don't know who you need to ask to verify you, you can go in here on the org chart in the members portal, and if you select your chapter, you're done. The 3 people who can verify you are Đoàn Trưởng, Phó Quan Trị, and Phó Nghiên Huấn. If they're not on the members portal, then there's nobody who can verify you. So you need to go talk to them and get them to sign up and accept their role. So here, at least my Phó Nghiên Huấn is on here. So I ask him, hey, can you verify me in the members portal? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And if I go back here, I should see my info is now verified. So if I refresh it now, everything's green. Oh, and now I forgot to sign the code of conduct. That's why it's still showing the not verified. So if I go back here, go to my code of conduct, read the whole thing, acknowledge and sign it. And now it's all green. So now if I just make sure I fill out all this info again. Now I should have the verified and the members rate. And so if I go ahead and submit, I will be taken to the payment site. And I'll go ahead and pay. Once you check out, you'll be taken back here, and you'll be able to go to your dashboard. So if you click this, or you go to your dashboard.
Very cool.
Right now, I have no tasks to complete, and right now, if I want to change these, like, oh, if I
don't need transportation anymore, I can go ahead and change that. But later on, there will be some tasks for you, basically like asking for your flight info or anything that ban tổ chức might need in order to make plans and figure out logistics. But this QR code will be used to check in. So make sure you'll get an email and you can also log in to your dashboard here. And that's basically it. So the main thing is that if you need to be verified, you can go into the org chart in the members portal and find out the people who are responsible for verifying you and ask them to help you out. And that's basically it. If there are any questions, you can email vdh@veym.net and IT will help you out.
All right, thank you, Danny. Any questions for Danny and the IT team? Because this is wonderful that we've been able to streamline this and do all this digitally.
Hey, Danny, I have a question.
Yeah.
I just go on the internet and it tell me I do not have a profile. So I need to create profile membership, but I think I do have a membership in there.
Yes, Ja. So when you are going into the members portal, when you log in, there's going to be 4 options. So make sure you choose the same option each time. So
chắc là nếu mà tụi con sẽ liên lạc với cha gần sau nhé để giúp ngài check lại cái đó. Dạ vâng, con cảm ơn cha. Có một câu hỏi ở trong cái chat về vấn đề mà có một trưởng Phương Minh Trần, cảm ơn trưởng Phương Minh Trần đã register for Đại hội Về Đất Hứa. He said that he received the confirmation email with a QR code, but however did not get the receipt saying that he was paid for registration. And he need that receipt to maybe submit to Đoàn in Paris. So how can he get the receipt?
Yes, if you haven't gotten it, you can email vdh@veym.net and we can resend you the receipt. But I believe you should receive 2 emails. One is the Về Đất Hứa confirmation, and the second is the Stripe receipt email. But if you haven't gotten it, email vdh@veym.net and we'll help you out.
Very cool. All right, thank you, Danny. Any other question in terms of just registration? We went through it. It's pretty straightforward. And the beauty with this is it's something that we've been communicating a year plus ago that we need to get everyone in, because by to date now, it is mandatory for all of our Huân Trực to be on here. And as you can see, it will help later on streamline phong trào, register Đại hội event SAMAC and get your certificate and track your SAMAC huấn luyện record, etc. So it is a way for us to mainstream this. And so if you haven't yet, highly recommend you all to do so, because it is now mandatory and required for us as a member of phong trào to have this profile. Anyone else with challenges or struggle, please reach out to IT. And I'll share the screen real quick. Feel free to take a screenshot if you can. Right, see it?
Yes, anh Dương, we saw.
All right, just if you recognize who they are, they're wonderful IT helpers and other to help us in capacity. So recognizing this may be a challenge for some, they are hosting office hours every month at the beginning of the month, and they'll communicate that out. But the next one coming up is February the 7th. So I got khó khăn, có challenge. Go ahead and show up, come in, they'll walk you through one by one. You can't get any better service than this to have that opportunity. So thank you, Danny and the IT team. Thank you. All right. Before I go on real quick, any questions for registration? Going once, going twice. All right. So real quick, let me answer some of the other questions that we have so far. So how soon should you arrive? Everyone, hopefully you can see my screen. So just know that event starts at 2 o'clock, right? And if you by car, then you figure out your own time to get there. so that we can be there by 2 o'clock. But many of us who are flying in know that it's about 2.5 hours if you're carrying luggages to get down and to get onto a bus and to get there. So I would encourage all at minimum, you know, it's 4 hours before 2 o'clock. So meaning if it's 2 o'clock, then you should arrive there no later than 10 a.m. Now, those of you who get there earlier, we can try to find some support, but try to get there at 10 a.m. so we can get your stuff, get on a bus, and get there so that we can start by 2 o'clock, right? We'll have more of a definitive bus schedule once we see the request của mọi người, because right now we don't know. We hate to sign a contract when we don't know how many people are really needing it, who's driving in, what have you. So I would say do plan, you know, 4 hours or so arriving ahead of 2 o'clock. Yeah. That's for both airports if possible. If you're driving, then you can plan on your own. Hopefully that helps. All right, I'm sure there'll be question on lodging for family. So if I come with my family, do I get to stay together with my family? No, you will have to separate. I'm kidding. Dĩ nhiên là gia đình sẽ ở chung với nhau. So cha mẹ con cái will get you together in a room that maybe accommodate all. If not, you may have two rooms. But the idea is to keep you together. Yeah, to keep you together. Còn vợ chồng nào mà không muốn stay together, let us know. We can separate you. Not a problem. Okay, so that's lodging for families. Now, sometimes you may be brothers and sisters. Sometimes có những anh chị huynh trưởng là adult, and the con cái huynh trưởng are also adult. We'll naturally just assume that you, for the adult children, want to be separate. But if you want to be together, just come and say, hey, I'd like to stay with my mom or dad or whatever that be. Yeah. But generally, if you are an adult huynh trưởng of an adult parent huynh trưởng, we'll just plan that as though you're separating. Okay, and then we may get questions. What about RVs? Can I drive an RV there and then park somewhere and then not have to pay the full registration fee, etc.? Just as previous before, I know some may have RVs, but that's a separate contract that we do not work with. There are RV parks around, but that's a separate contract that you have to reach out to them to kind of see what it is. But in terms of registration for Đại hội, it's across the board for all, regardless if you're utilizing lodging or not. It is still 225 for all registration. Yeah, so I know. I hope it's out because we're not as big where we can have variety of different type kind of registration. All right, because we're bringing children. Some question may ask, well, you know, are there programming for children? Do we have chương trình cho các em nhỏ? So on site, there is a zoo available on a certain hour. There is a water park, again, at a certain hour. There are certain things, but because the event here tổ chức is Đại hội huynh trưởng và đất hứa cho các người lớn, it's not a đại hội tổ chức cho các em. Dĩ nhiên các anh chị nào mà là cha mẹ phụ huynh, if you're parents and you're bringing in young ones, you are responsible for the well-being of your children, because we aren't. If we were to sort of have this adult and minor, it complicates so many things. But if you as a parent there and you are fully responsible for your children, những cái sinh hoạt trong đó, they're more than happy to join you anywhere that you want. What we'll do is we'll have like a child section area where các em có thể ở đó. We may have some little games or so cho các em, but it is your responsibility as a parent to coi các em. Lỡ các em bị té, bị cái gì, you know, it doesn't give us that liability coverage. So we need you there. There is an RV park. Responding question của Thăng nha. There is an RV park there, and so if you reach out to them in terms of what that may be for you to have an RV there, they do have a park there. So certainly you can hook up and set things up. Yeah. All right. Hope that answers some of the questions. All right. Những ai mà nước ngoài hay có bà con ở Việt Nam, I've gotten question. I have a uncle and aunt who is a huynh trưởng in Vietnam who wants to come over to cái đại hội. The invitation is open to all VEYM members hải ngoại or in Vietnam as well. They, you know, get here and register giống như hồi nãy what I presented. If they do need a visa, they can reach out. I can send an invitation letter that they can use to request a visa to get here. Yeah. So if if that's a question that comes up, and then certainly when they get here, it's on your responsibility and kind of how to get them to cái đại hội. Yeah. All right. So as of right now, what can you do to prepare? So we're in the early phase. So the first thing we need everybody to do is to register, get your đoàn plan, coordinate to register, because deadline is coming up. We hate for you to pay extra $50 unnecessarily. Yeah, and then connect with your liên đoàn too, because there are, as I shared, thi đua, thể thao, tasking, etc. Your liên đoàn trưởng will be planning and organizing, and they'll communicate with you to form sport teams, spirit crew, or have swags to show the spirit của your liên đoàn. So I would invite you all to work with your liên đoàn. Yeah. What else can you do beforehand from now into our next town hall? If the uniform is not up to code, meaning there'll be an official memo that goes out, but anything that still has miền, right? Miền Đông Bắc, miền Đông Nam, because the nội quy now has transitioned. So let's get all of those updated. Same thing with những đoàn nào có cờ đoàn, cờ liên đoàn, your flag that has sort of the old labeling. Reach out to liên đoàn, reach out to Trung ương. We'll work to get you a new flag. So the idea as we mark our big 40th anniversary, heading forward, that we're all consistent together. Yeah. And any ideas that you may have that you're seeing or you're thinking around that you can share with us, by all means, reach out and let us know. A lot of our good ideas actually comes from you all, so that we take that. What is the refund policy if our attendance change? If you look at the announcement, by the due date, July the 15th, that is the deadline, and then we'll refund you your full refund with the minus, I think, $10 admin fee for each registration. Yeah, registration as in each person, to cover all the admin fee costs. But yeah, we'll refund if you're unable to come. We would wish you could come, and we'll keep you here in spirit, of course. All right. Any other questions in terms of just in the interim, in terms of just registering, getting folks to register and understanding and knowing? All right, going once, twice. Feel free in the chat box or anything else. All right, I think you're all ready for the trivia to win some prizes, huh? All right, so before we go on, so ban tổ chức has already convened. If you look on the screen, all these beautiful, wonderful human beings, including your liên đoàn trưởng and many other reps from all across, like a team of 40 to 50 people. Có các cha, các trưởng ban. So planning is well underway, and folks are working hard to lead their respective ban to make this đại hội happen. And as you know, it's going to be grand, since it's our big 40th, and we need all the help that we can tap into. So if you have a desire to wish to volunteer for us, please, if you click on the link, Trịnh Nhi or Trịnh Hiếu paste the link into the chat box, and then volunteer for the different committees that we have. We have like 20, 30 or so committees that you can volunteer and help. Ban trật tự, if you have law enforcement experience, ban văn nghệ, ban kỹ thuật, ban sinh hoạt, ban thể thao. There are many committees that you could volunteer and help, and certainly we always welcome all volunteers. And in the spirit of service, which all of us are, each volunteer, you're responsible for your own registration and getting yourself there. All of us included, from beginning to end, we all serve in the service of phong trào and the church, but all of us need to register as well. Yeah, so that's a little bit there cho mọi người. So if you can do so, there are instruction on the link that you can register. Once you register, we'll have our team lead reach out to you, and we'll kind of give you a quick orientation, and then you move on from there. All right. A couple minutes left before we adjourn. So, what can we do further? So I would ask, share the love. This đại hội is phong trào đại hội, is our đại hội. All of us have a responsibility in some way. So I would ask you, if you see flyers or promo or information, Share it, click like, because what those algorithm will do is the more you click like, the more it will appear. The more that you share, more people will see it. So do so, click like and share our Facebook page, Instagram, or our VEYM page separately. All of the information on there. If you see good flight deals and just share it in the group, there's a lot of people on there. Like I saw today, Southwest was on sale, United was on sale. Share that, or any good tips that you may have for us to benefit. We're all one community, so let's do that. Share that together, and then last but not least, just be pastoral to one another. You know, really, what I mean is by being Catholic to each other, love each other. And so, if we make mistakes here and there, which I'm sure we will, you know, ping and say, hey, you want to help correct that, or hey, you know, ban tổ chức, you know, whatever that may be. And same thing with each other. No ideas is a bad idea. Let's support one another. And the last thing we want to do is just blast somebody publicly, or blast, you know, Doang or Ling Doang or Phong Trào publicly for something that's, you know, we could be charitable to one another and just help support. All right. So that's a little bit there. Any questions before we wrap up with some trivia, and we'll have our Chao Tóc with his last words. All right. Anyone interested in Disney World Cup subgroup? All right. Well, we'll let you all take that offline. All right. Anything additional? All right. Roy, from anyone else on, any comments, questions? All right. Very cool. All right. So what are the gifts that we'll share with you all today? All right. So there are 5 for 5 questions. So first, it's this wonderful set of stickers, one of a kind. You won't get this anywhere. Vertical sticker. You can put on your book, on your other chart that you can have, so you can walk around, they can see it. So that's one. Second, it's if you win this digital rosary, it's through the Pope Worldwide Prayer Network, also blessed by our Holy Father. It activate once you click to an app, you do the sign of the cross, and it leads you through different reflections. It's pretty neat to have. So it's a wonderful rosary to have. It's like €100, I think, but courtesy of Phong Trào as a gift to you all here. So that'll be gift second. Gift 3, those who've had the blessing to meet the Holy Father. It's a paper rosary. It's the official paper rosary with his seal on it. Usually it's not for sale anywhere. It's given by the Holy Father when he meets you. And so if you're the selected winner, you'll get one of that. And next, the fourth, as we're young people celebrating faith in the Eucharist. So Blessed Carlo Acutis, there's this second class relic. Piece of linen that was wrapped at his burial place and given by his mother. And so that can be for personal veneration for us to pray for the church and for Phong Trào and for this Đại hội. And then the last relic, well, the last gift here is a second class relic of St. John Paul II. It's a piece of clothing from áo của him when he wore his out, and there's the seal and everything. So those will be the 5 gifts. All right, and so fast fingers, are you ready in the chat box? Yeah. All right. So first, just in the chat box in no particular order. All right. What is the first deadline for registration, Đại hội? Ooh, y'all fast.
We have a winner, anh Dương, Trưởng Công, February 17.
All right, so Trưởng Công, congratulations, Trưởng Công. All right, it is February 17. Very cool, and we'll spin the wheel at the end. Okay, so Trưởng Công, just remember Trưởng Công, yeah. All right, and then all right, question number 2. All right, we've been showing it, and if you can get the exact answer, okay, the exact answer. What is the exact quote and Bible quote theme of Đại hội về đất hứa 7? Go!
Congratulations, Trưởng Tú Nguyễn.
You keep track. I can't see this so fast. All right, very cool. So Công Tú, number 2. All right. All right. And so the IT team will host an office hour. What is that date? Go!
Rồi trong đây có trưởng Katie Hà, February
Right.
7.
Katie Ha, congratulations. Katie Ha. All right. So this will require you to do a little bit more digging. All right. So at present, which liên đoàn in terms of registration has the most registration to date? Go. All right. It looks
Liên
like
đoàn JB2.
Peter.
Trưởng Peter nhưng trưởng Peter. Anh
All
Peter
right.
không biết có phải là
Congratulations, Peter. All right. Okay. All right. And last but not least, nha. Last but not least. Okay. All right. So what is the absolute deadline you need to get your registration in? Go.
Rồi trưởng Kathy Cao Thùy, trưởng Kathy Cao là người đầu tiên trả lời câu hỏi đó anh Dương.
July 15. Đúng rồi. Very cool. All right. So you have the 5. I'm going to share screen and then let's spin the wheel and win some prizes. Okay. Here we go. All right. All right. And this is for fun. All right. Hopefully everybody can see. Correct?
Dạ vâng.
All right.
Bây giờ chắc là mình
My,
đi với trưởng
the
Công
first
trước
winner,
ha.
Hiếu ơi, who is the first one?
Dạ là trưởng Công.
All right, trưởng Công, you let me know, you unmute and say spin, and then I will spin the wheel. Did he say it? All right, spin. Here we go. All right, good luck, Công. I hope you don't get the sticker.
It's a cool sticker. It's a limited. You will be the first one who can get the sticker. He won the sticker.
All right, congratulations, trưởng Công nha. Stay on and message trưởng Hiếu later with your address, okay? And then we'll send it to you. All right, congratulations, trưởng Công. Wow, very cool. We'll remove that. We're now down to 4 item. All right, number 2, Hiếu, ai vậy?
Dạ, người thứ hai là trưởng Tú Nguyễn.
Rồi, trưởng Tú, please unmute and tell me spin.
Spin.
Spin. All right.
Come on, Relic.
You get the relic.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Wow, very cool.
That's my Lindon San Diego right there.
You got JP2 relic, and please make sure you pray for us as well to his intercession. All right, so relic number 3, Hiếu, ai vậy?
Dạ là trưởng Kathy Hà.
Right, Kathy, let me know when you want me to spin. Spin, all right. Yay!
Wow, congratulations.
Right. Congrats, Kathy. Oh, wait, let me remove that. Did I remove? Sorry. All right. How do I remove? We did it earlier. All right, that's okay. We'll leave that. If you get there, you get to spin again. All right. All right. Next one.
Next one là trưởng Peter. Còn chỉ còn 2 người cuối cùng thôi là trưởng Peter và trưởng
Peter, and
Kathy
then the
Cao.
remaining person will get, I guess, the other one. All right, Peter, you ready, Peter?
Yes, I am. Go ahead.
Spin. All right. Good luck.
I guess we gotta spin it again.
Right, so let me remove that. You spin again. No. All right, so all right, we'll redo. Good. So that's on. All right, Peter, spin again. It's 50-50 chance. All right. Hey, you got the digital rosary. Very cool. All right, and certainly người cuối cùng là Hiếu. Congratulations.
Congratulations trưởng Kathy Cao của Liên đoàn Đức Mẹ Ban Côi. Yeah.
All right, Kathy, you get the paper rosary. All right, so the job of all the winners, you need to register for Đại hội and then continue to pray for Đại hội as well. All right, and then please reach out to trưởng Hiếu after with your email so that we can send you the gift for today. All right, so any other last question? Oh yeah, no register, no price. I kind of like that idea. All right. So nếu không, again, thank you all for putting the time out. We try to keep it within the hour. Know that this is only the first meeting just to get us jumpstart on the registration. We'll have other town hall where we'll talk about competition, event registration, props, swags, and all the things for it. But it's a wonderful time, wonderful event. Know that the deadline's coming up, and I hate for folks having to pay additional money unnecessarily. All right, Hiếu, I see your hand. What's up?
Dạ, em chỉ muốn bổ sung một cái thôi là về vấn đề registration khi mà hai có một a couple both are huynh trưởng, I think we prefer you to register each individual using your membership portal to register for that. Nhưng mà nếu mà người spouse của mình không phải là huynh trưởng thì you can register together in under one registration.
Yeah, thank you, Hiếu. Right, so if two huynh trưởng who are married, but your huynh trưởng register separately, but you can note that you sleep together, and then we'll pair you together. It helps us with the membership portal. Yeah, thank you, Hiếu. Rồi, nếu không có gì nữa là I hope to see you all there. Hope you all register. Let's turn over to Cha Tổng with his closing words, and who offers our prayer and blessing tonight. Rồi, con xin kính mời cha.
Cảm ơn quý cha, quý sơ